I highly recommend you to watch 21 Tiny Habits to Improve Your Life in 2022 Effortlessly Part 1, so you can understand this video. Habit number 11. Turn off notifications. Start for an hour a day. If you can last longer, do it. This isn't as hard as you think it is. The only reason you're not doing it is that being reachable has become a habit. That's one you need to change. It takes about 10 minutes to regain your focus, even if you only look at a notification for a second. Erase those for an hour and you'll be able to accomplish a lot more. I've gotten addicted to it, so my notifications are off 2/3 of my days now. 12. Prepare your clothes. Simple but efficient. Why would you waste some of your precious mental energy in the morning, when you could use whatever's left the previous night? It doesn't create havoc in your daily life, yet helps you save your energy for what matters. Awesome, right? 13. Watch the news less. Chances are you've already started doing it in 2021 to avoid the mess this year was. If not, start today. No matter how curious you are, you don't need to watch the news 3 times a day, let alone 10. If you can, only watch or read the news once, around midday, you probably don't need more. I've reduced my news intake to once every 2 days and this works great. I'm always on track with what happens in the world and never overwhelmed. I even have more time for myself. 14. Drink more water. Another simple tiny habit, it's great for your health, and you can get it pretty much anywhere. Now I wonder, why aren't you already drinking more water? Come on. Stop reading for a second and do it. If you are a smoker, try drinking water every time you want a cigarette. 15. Discover one new thing a month. This is my favorite of them all. Drop all expectations, and just discover something new each month. I learned some graphic design in November, montage basics in December, and will learn Japanese in January. But it could also be diving into a topic you've been curious about. Either way, discovering something new is exciting. It's also useful because it keeps us curious and slowly expands our skills or knowledge over time. Do it the way you want, spend 10 hours on it one Saturday, or a few minutes a day for a month. What matters is for you to discover something new. 16. Make your bed. Start with a win by making your bed. That's what said Admiral William McRaven in a speech. This is another simple habit to add. It doesn't change your life right away, but again, that's not the goal. All we want here is to slightly improve yourself without messing with our general flow. Get up, make your bed, and then follow with loads of other wins for the rest of the day. 17. Spend a minute a day with yourself. Just one, I know you can do it. No phone, no computer. No tablet, nor friends or pets around, just you and your thoughts. Do this while on the toilet if need be. Doing this a minute won't change your life either, but it'll help you start being aware of what you think, instead of being on autopilot. Start with a minute and increase this as you go. Think about what you think, talk to yourself, just accept whatever your thoughts are and move on. Self-awareness is way underrated in our world. 18. Ask yourself whether what you're doing is worth it. There's a lot of actions we do that don't matter. To be more precise, many aren't worth our time. We finish them and move on, until we go back a week later thinking about how much time we wasted on it. If you had 2 months left to live, would you be laying on the couch binge watching The Queen's Gambit? Or would you be writing that masterpiece you've always wanted? 19. If a task takes 2 minutes, do it right away. There's a lot of advice about doing whatever takes less than 5 minutes right away. I disagree. 5 minutes is still quite some time and can mess the rest of my schedule. Instead, I've set 2 minutes as the higher limit to do right away. If it takes 5 minutes, write it on a paper you hang in front of you. Then do it within the next hour and a half. It gives you some leeway yet prevents you from procrastinating for days. 20. Take care of your posture. A bad posture has a lot of repercussions in the long run. I've had a hunched back for so long I struggle to keep it straight now. I forget it all the time, but whenever it comes to mind, I sit straight again, like I just did when I started writing this part. A bit of effort goes a long way. If you still have a good posture, treasure it and notice when it's not the case. If you have a bad posture, hang reminders around. For a while, my phone's background picture was a simple sentence: stand straight. The last one is to read for 15 minutes a day. I know this one takes a bit longer, but it's worth it. As Jim Quick says all the time, leaders are readers. It's not just leaders, it's everybody who wants to live a better life. Whether you read fiction or non-fiction doesn't matter. Both have their advantages. What matters is that you read. And if you can't find 15 minutes each, then go for 1 hour 45 minutes a week. It's only a start, but it's more than most people. After all, a survey in 2019 said that 70% of United States adults had not been in a bookstore in the last 5 years. There are big, hard-to-implement habits. And then there are small, easy-to-implement habits. I love both, but it's clear the latter ones are easier to add to our already busy life. All things considered, they are also life-changing in the very long run. The only difficulty with those is how hidden their impact is. It's easy to drop them because you don't see how useful they are. Keep at them for long enough, and you will see their impact. 2022 can be that year. You can start changing your life. You can be motivated with tiny changes. Go ahead, stand up and go throw something away to start you off. It's only the beginning.